I am from resilience. I am from roots whose branches guide my way.
I am from daffodils. I am from quiet talkers and huggers.
I am from the nameless and the named, from macaroni and Rice Krispie treats. I am me.
I am from landlocked states, trees, and buildings.
This journey set us out on a desire to find a space to create community for others, but we found ourselves searching for our own place. Our experience working with Better Together and GoodVoice mirrored our experience working with the apprentices at Artworks as we highlighted the city-county divide in our listening sessions. The sense of unity Better Together wants for our region is also a sense of unity that we found we wanted from collaborations this summer. We struggled to balance understanding all the needs and cultures of each collaborator. Here is our understanding of each partner organization and how they fit into the GoodVoice puzzle.
GoodVoice is collaborating with young people and community stakeholders to empower, elevate, and amplify youth voice across the St. Louis metropolitan area. They believe that youth empowerment through elevating youth voice and youth vision will spark action to drive systematic change for social good. GoodVoice provides a responsive set of workshops and opportunities to develop creative skill sets, hold space for tough conversations, think critically, promote equity, and prototype solutions through digital storytelling, issue analysis, and design thinking. GoodVoice partnered with Better Together, an organization in the St. Louis region, the area by acting as a catalyst for the removal of governmental, economic, and racial barriers to the region's growth and prosperity for all of its citizens. They do this by promoting unity, trust, efficiency, and accountability.
Better Together studies the impact of the structure and function of the city-county divide. We met Marius from Better Together at Mochabee's Coffee Shop, where we witnessed a conversation between Marius and Mike, where they figured out how GoodVoice could facilitate the listening sessions and meet Better Together's goals, while also empowering youth voice in an authentic way.
Marius shared facts about the city-county divide that we incorporated into our listening sessions. Some of them are that there are 88 independent municipalities within St. Louis County alone, 43 fire departments, 55 police departments, and 78 different municipal courts. And most shocking to me, that a child born in Clayton can expect to live 18 years longer than a child born in Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood in North St. Louis. And so how do we have these conversations with the youth in the city living these experiences?
Our collaboration was housed at St. Louis Artworks on Delmar because Mike is also a teacher there. The mission of St. Louis Artworks is to broaden educational and career opportunities for the youth in the St. Louis region through apprenticeships in the arts and through community collaborations. Because we'd be conducting these conversations about the city-county divide with the apprentices at Artworks, we wanted to spend time there and become familiar faces and comfortable adults so they would be comfortable opening up about their experiences. During our time, we got to do a variety of things. We started observing Mike in his graphic design class. We also got to work on a mural on Delmar. We attended a workshop with Kath, their art therapist, on mindfulness.
And we both enjoyed the chance to hang out and just make artwork. And this all led up to our time in the listening sessions that we'd been preparing for most of the summer and had finally gotten on the calendar. And so even though I wasn't able to be there, I was able to create a map that really showed the city-county divide and how enormous of an issue it might be to unite these different entities.
The map allowed for the apprentices to place themselves and really give everyone else in the sessions a sense of their full experience and how those experiences can vary so much within such a small area. The listening sessions started with us all in a circle, sharing our name, our age, where we go to school, and where we live at. This introduction really allowed for us to understand each other's experience better and get a context for why people were saying what they were saying and why some people felt the way that they did. Those introductions were followed by some facts from Better Together that we shared earlier, and then by a circle up activity. From there, they took some time to generate statements that would answer those questions. And then we came back as a group and went around the circle and shared those statements and took time to listen and support each other in the comments that were made.
Because Kaya and I were not able to actually be on site together, actually at all, we decided it'd be really important to get together and have a meal and share about what our experiences had been so far and compare notes. We set up plans to meet at Mokabee's again, but then after a series of 4 or 5 different places not working out, we ended up at Manja. And just like in our experience, we kind of expected something really simple to pan out and to have this great conversation. But what unfolded was this kind of journey where we had to kind of make these decisions and compromise and find our strengths along the way, which I think is something we did all summer. We had spent all this energy trying to find just the right place so that we could plug in our computers and get lots of work done. And what unfolded was actually pretty magical because we just spent time listening and talking to each other.
So, throughout our experience, we noticed some reoccurring themes in our experiences with each other and with the class and with Good Voice and Better Together. And those themes are placelessness, communication, balance, and depth versus time.
When we ask ourselves where we're going from here, some thoughts come up for the both of us. For me, some of them are learning to prioritize things that I can do in depth and really well.
For me, a lot of the things that I learned were not things that I expected to learn. Some of the things that immediately come to mind are the power of encouragement and how much it can mean to someone. Also, the power of communication and how important it is to ask questions when you need clarity.
And so we've been driving around all summer, going from place to place and seeing these different sites, talking with these different people. And so we wanted to do one last hurrah together where we kind of went out in the city and talked to folks about what their experience has been like, understanding the city-county divide, and see if we could have some kind of really informal listening sessions one-on-one.
Like, it's kind of interesting living in a city that doesn't technically have a county, you know, and then has counties surrounding it. I've lived in New York City before where you have the boroughs, right? But you're all a part of one city.
Yeah.
So it's interesting having a city that has like boroughs around it in a way, or like these kind of suburban neighborhoods, or like, you know, even like U City, you know, is so close, but still not really considered St. Louis.
What neighborhood do you live in, if you don't mind
I live
sharing?
in Brentwood.
You live in
I live in the
Brentwood?
county,
Okay.
yeah.
In the county?
But I have my whole family. They live all on the south side of there.
Yeah. There's a little difference. It's like there's less people around. It's not as much of a night crowd. But then again, I live in South Grand, so there's a lot of people, and there tends to be a much higher police presence in the city.
One thing I heard Kaya talk about at her time at Artworks that I really didn't do as much was just putting herself out there and finding ways to connect with people, even if it's a little uncomfortable. And that's something I want to take away from this experience of finding ways to put myself in uncomfortable situations and be okay with maybe being vulnerable, but gaining better relationships because of it.